Prince of Navarre, my honourable brother, I wish this union and religious league, knit in these hands, thus joined in nuptial rites, may not dissolve till death dissolve our lives.
The many favours which your grace hath shown from time to time, but specially in this, shall bind me ever to your highness' will in what Queen Mother or your grace commands.
Thanks, son Navarre. You see, we love you well. That link you in marriage with our daughter here. And, as you know, our difference in religion might be a means to cross you in your love.
Well, madam, let that rest. And now, my lords, the marriage rites performed, we think it good to go and consummate the rest with hearing of a holy mass. Sister, I think yourself will bear us company.
I will, my good lord.
The rest that will not go, my lords, may stay. Come, mother, let us go to honour this solemnity,
which I'll dissolve with blood and cruelty.
Prince Condé and my good Lord Admiral, now Guise may storm, but do us little hurt, having the King, Queen Mother on our sides, to stop the malice of his envious heart that seeks to murder all the Protestants. Have you not heard of late how he decreed that all the Protestants that are in Paris should have been murdered the other night?
My lord, I marvel that the aspiring Guise dares once adventure without the king's consent to meddle or attempt such dangerous things.
My lord, you need not marvel at the Guise, for what he doth the Pope will ratify in murder, mischief, or in tyranny.
My lord, but did you mark the Cardinal, the Guise's brother, and the Duke d'Umain, how they did storm at these your nuptial rites, because the House of Bourbon now comes in and joins your lineage to the crown of France?
And that's the cause that Guise so frown at us, and beats his brains to catch us in his trap, which he hath pitched within his deadly toil. Come, my lords, let's go to the church, and pray that God may still defend the right of France and make his gospel flourish in this land.
If ever Hymen lowered at marriage rites, and had his altars decked with dusky lights, if ever sun stained heaven with bloody clouds, and made it look with terror on the world, if ever day were turned to ugly night, and night made semblance of the hue of hell, this day, this hour, this fatal night shall fully show the fury of them all. Apothecary.
My lord.
Now shall I prove and guerdon to the full the love thou bear'st unto the house of Guise. Where are those perfumed gloves which I sent to be poisoned? Hast thou done them? Speak. Will every savour breed a pang of death?
See where they be, my good lord. And he that but smells them dies.
Go then, present them to the Queen Navarre, for she is that huge blemish in our eye that makes these upstart heresies in France. Begone, my friend, present them to her straight. Soldier!
My lord.
Now come thou forth and play thy tragic part. Stand in some window opening near the street, and when thou seest the admiral ride by, discharge thy musket and perform his death. And then I'll guerdon thee with store of crowns.
I will, my lord.
Now, Guise, begins those deep engendered thoughts to burst abroad, those never-dying flames which cannot be extinguished but by blood. Oft have I levelled, and at last have learned, that peril is the chiefest way to happiness, and resolution honour's fairest aim. What glory is there in a common good, that hangs for every peasant to achieve? That like I best, that flies beyond my reach. Set me to scale the high pyramides, and thereon set the diadem of France. I'll either rend it with my nails to naught, or mount the top with my aspiring wings, although my downfall be the deepest hell. For this I wake when others think I sleep, For this I wait that scorn attendance else. For this my quenchless thirst, whereon I build, hath often pleaded kindred to the king. For this head, this heart, this hand and sword contrives, imagines, and fully executes matters of import aimed at by many, yet understood by none. For this hath heaven engendered me of earth. For this, from Spain the stately Catholics send Indian gold to coin me French écus. For this I have a largesse from the Pope, a pension and a dispensation too, and by that privilege to work upon, my policy hath framed religion. Religion. Oh, diabole! The Mother Queen works wonders for my sake, and in my love entombs the hope of France, rifling the bowels of her treasury to supply my wants and necessity. Paris hath full 500 colleges, as monasteries, priories, abbeys, and halls, wherein are 30,000 able men. All this, and more, if more may be comprised, to bring the will of our desires to end. Then, Guise, since thou hast all the cards within thy hands to shuffle or cut, take this as surest thing, that right or wrong, thou deal thyself a king. As Caesar to his soldiers, so say I, those that hate me will I learn to loathe. Give me a look, that when I bend the brows, pale death may walk in furrows of my face, a hand that with a grasp may grip the world, an ear to hear what my detractors say, a royal seat, a sceptre, and a crown, that those which do behold them may become as men that stand and gaze against the sun.
Madam, I beseech your grace to accept this simple gift.
Thanks, my good friend. Hold. Take thou this reward.
I humbly thank your majesty.
Methinks the gloves have a very strong perfume, the scent whereof doth make my head to ache.
Doth not your grace know the man that gave them you?
Not well.
Your grace was ill-advised to take them, then, considering of these dangerous times.
Help, son Navarre! I'm poisoned!
Heavens forbid, your highness, such mishap.
The late suspicion of the Duke of Guise might well have moved your highness to beware how you did meddle with such dangerous gifts.
Too late it is, my lord, if that be true, to blame her highness. But I hope it be only some natural passion makes her sick.
Oh no, sweet Margaret! The fatal poison works within my head. My brain pan breaks. My heart doth faint. I die.
My mother poisoned here before my face. Oh, gracious God, what times are these? Oh, grant, sweet God, my days may end with hers, that I with her may die and live again.
Let not this heavy chance, my dearest lord, for whose effects my soul is massacred, infect thy gracious breast with fresh supply to aggravate our sudden misery.
Come, my lords, let us bear her body hence, and see it honoured with just solemnity.
Oh! What, you hurt my lord high admiral?
I'm a good lord. Shot through the arm.
We are betrayed. Come, my lords, and let us go tell the king of this.
These are the cursed Guisians that do seek our death. Oh! Fatal was this marriage to us all.
My noble son and princely Duke of Guise, now have we got the fatal straggling deer within the compass of a deadly toil, and as we late decreed, we may perform.
Madam, it will be noted through the world an action bloody and tyrannical, chiefly since under safety of our word they justly challenge their protection. Besides, My heart relents that noble men, only corrupted in religion, ladies of honour, knights and gentlemen should, for their conscience, taste such ruthless ends.
Though gentle minds should pity others' pains, yet will the wisest note their proper griefs, and rather seek to scourge their enemies than be themselves base subjects to the whip.
Methinks, my lord, Anjou hath well advised your highness to consider of the thing, and rather choose to seek your country's good than pity or relieve these upstart heretics.
I hope these reasons may serve my princely son to have some care for fear of enemies.
Well, madam, I refer it to your majesty, and to my nephew here, the Duke of Guise. What you determine, I will ratify.
Thanks to my princely son. Then tell me, Guise, what order will you set down for the massacre?
Thus, madam, they that shall be actors in this massacre shall wear white crosses on their burgonets, and tie white linen scarves about their arms. He that wants these and is suspect of heresy shall die, be he king or emperor. Then I'll have a peal of ordnance shot from the tower, at which they all shall issue out and set the streets. And then, the watchword being given, a bell shall ring, which when they hear they shall begin to kill, and never cease until that bell shall cease. Then breathe a while.
How now, fellow? What news?
An it please your grace, the Lord High Admiral riding the streets was traitorously shot, and most humbly entreats your majesty to visit him sick in his bed.
Messenger, tell him I will see him straight. What shall we do now with the Admiral?
Your majesty were best go visit him, and make a show as if all were well.
Content. I will go visit the Admiral.
And I will go take order for his death.
How fares it with my Lord High Admiral? Hath he been hurt with villains in the street?
Ah, my good lord, these are the Guisians that seek to massacre our guiltless lives.
Assure yourself, my good Lord Admiral, I deeply sorrow for your treacherous wrong. And so be patient, good Lord Admiral, and every hour I will visit you.
I humbly thank your royal majesty.
Anjou, Dumaine, Gonzago, Rhett, swear by the argent crosses in your burgonets to kill all that you suspect of heresy.
I swear by this to be unmerciful.
I am disguised, and none knows who I am, and therefore mean to murder all I meet.
And so will I.
And I.
Away then! Break into the Admiral's house!
Let the Admiral be first dispatched.
The Admiral, chief standard-bearer to the Lutherans, shall in the entrance of this massacre be murdered in his bed. Gonzago, conduct them thither, and then beset his house, that not a man may live.
Come, sirs, follow me.
Now, Guise, shall Catholics flourish once again? The head being off, the members cannot stand.
But look, my lord, there's some in the Admiral's house.
In lucky time. Come, let us keep this lane and slay his servants that shall issue out.
Where is the Admiral?
Oh, let me pray before I die.
Pray unto Our Lady, kiss this cross.
Oh, God, forgive my sins.
Gonzago! What? Is he dead?
Aye, my lord.
Then throw him down!
Now, cousin, view him well. It may be 'tis some other, and he escaped.
Cousin, 'tis he. I know him by his look. See where my soldier shot him through the arm? He missed him near, but we have struck him now.
Away with him! Cut off his head and hands, and send them for a present to the Pope.
Anjou, Gonzago, Rhett, if that you three will be as resolute as I and Dumaine, there shall not be a Huguenot breathe in France.
I swear by this cross we'll not be partial, but slay as many as we can come near.
Mansour, go shoot the ordnance off, that they which have already set the street may know their watchword, then toll the bell. And so let's forward to the massacre.
I will, my lord.
And now, my lords, let's closely to our business.
Anjou will follow thee.
And so will Dumaine.
Come then, let's away.
Tuez!
Let none escape!
Murder the Huguenots!
Kill them! Kill them!
Lorraine! Lorraine! Follow Lorraine! Sirrah! Are you a preacher of these heresies?
I am a preacher of the word of God, and thou a traitor to thy soul and him.
Dearly beloved brother, thus 'tis written.
Stay, my lord, let me begin the psalm.
Come, drag him away and throw him in a ditch.
Who is that which knocks there?
Mount Sorrow from the Duke of Guise.
Husband, come down. Here's one would speak with you from the Duke of Guise.
To speak with me? From such a man as he?
Aye, for this room. And thou shalt hide.
Oh, let me pray before I take my death.
Dispatch then, quickly.
Oh, Christ, my Saviour.
Christ, villain! Why darest thou to presume to call on Christ without the intercession of some saint? Sanctus Jacobus, he's my saint. Pray to him.
Oh, let me pray unto my God.
Then take this with you.
My lord of Anjou, there are 100 Protestants which we have chased into the river Seine that swim about and so preserve their lives. How may we do? I fear me they shall live.
Go place some men upon the bridge with bows and darts to shoot at them they see and sink them in the river as they swim.
'Tis well advised, Humaine. Go see it straight be done. And in the meantime, my lord, could we devise to get those pedants from the King of Navarre that are tutors to him and the Prince of Condé?
For that, let me alone. Cousin, stay you here, and when you see me in, then follow hard.
Hello! My lord! How fares you?
My lord, they say that all the Protestants are massacred.
Aye, so they are, but yet what remedy? I have done what I could to stay this broil.
But yet, my lord, the report hath run that you were one that made this massacre.
Who, I? You are deceived. I rose but now.
Murder the Huguenots! Take those pedants hence!
Thou traitor Guise, lay off thy bloody hands!
Come, let us go tell the king!
Sir! Sir!
Come, sirs! I'll whip you to death with my poignard's point! And now, sirs, for this night let our fury stay. Yet will we not, the massacre shall end. Gonzago, post you to Orleans, Rhett to Dieppe, Mount Sorrel unto Rouen, and spare not one that you suspect of heresy. And now stay, that bell that to the devil's matins rings. Now every man put off his burgonet, and so convey him closely to his bed.
Now, sirrah, what shall we do with the Admiral?
Why, let us burn him for an heretic.
Oh, no. His body will infect the fire, and the fire the air, and so we shall be poisoned with him.
What shall we do then?
Well, let's throw him into the river.
Oh, 'twill corrupt the water, and the water the fish, and the fish ourselves when we eat them.
And throw him into the ditch.
No, no. To decide all doubts, be ruled by me. Let's hang him here upon this tree.
Agreed.
Now, madam, how like you our lusty admiral?
Believe me, Guise, he becomes the place so well, as I could long ere this have wished him there. But come, let's walk aside. The air's not very sweet.
No, by my faith, madam. And now, madam, as I understand, there are 100 Huguenots and more, which in the woods do hold their synagogue, and daily meet about this time of day. And thither will I to put them to the sword.
Do so, sweet Guise, let us delay no time. For if these stragglers gather head again and disperse themselves throughout the realm of France, it will be hard for us to work their deaths.
Madam, I go as whirlwinds rage before a storm.
My lord Cardinal, have you marked of late how Charles our son begins for to lament for the late night's work which my Lord of Guise did make in Paris among the Huguenots.
Madam, I have heard him solemnly vow with the rebellious King of Navarre for to revenge their deaths upon us all.
Ay, but, my lord, let me alone for that. For Catherine must have her will in France. As I do live, so surely shall he die, and Henry then shall wear the diadem. And if he grudge or cross his mother's will, I'll disinherit him and all the rest, for I'll rule France, but they shall wear the crown, and if they storm, I then may pull them down.
Down with the Huguenots! Murder them! Down with the Huguenots! Murder Down with the Huguenots! Murder them!
Oh, Monsieur de Guise, hear me but speak.
No, villain. That tongue of thine that hath blasphemed the holy church of Rome shall drive no plaints into the Guises' ears to make the justice of my heart relent.
Tuez! 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 Let none escape! Tuez! Tuez! Tuez!
So, drag them away.
Oh, let me stay and rest me here a while. A gripping pain hath seized upon my heart, a sudden pang, the messenger of death.
Oh, say not so, thou kill'st thy mother's heart.
I must say so. Pain forceth me complain.
Comfort yourself, my lord, and have no doubt but God will sure restore you to your health.
Oh, no, my loving brother of Navarre. I have deserved a scourge, I must confess. God grant my nearest friends may prove no worse. Hold me up. My sight begins to fail. My sinews shrink. My brains turn upside down. My heart doth break. I faint and die.
What, art thou dead, sweet son? Speak to thy mother. Oh no, his soul is fled from out his breast, and he nor hears nor sees us what we do. My lords, what resteth then now for to be done, but that we presently to call Henry to wear his brother's crown and dignity. Epernoon, go see it presently be done, and bid him come without delay to us.
Madam, I will.
And now, Planchet, whilst at these broils do last, my opportunity may serve me fit to steal from France and hie me to my home, for here's no safety in the realm for me. Anjou, now King Henry, is recalled. It is my due, by just succession. And therefore, as speedily as I can perform, I'll muster up an army secretly, for fear that Guise, joined with the King of Spain, might seek to cross me in mine enterprise. But God, that always doth defend the right, will show his mercy and preserve us still.
Vive le roi! Vive le roi!
Welcome, Henry! Here hast thou a country void of fears, a warlike people to maintain thy right, a watchful senate for ordaining laws, a loving mother to preserve thy state, and all things that a king may wish besides. All this and more hath Henry with his crown.
Vive le roi! Vive le roi!
Thanks to you all. The guider of all crowns grant that our deeds may well deserve your loves. And so they shall, if fortune speed my will, and yield your thoughts to height of my deserts. What say our minions? Think they Henry's heart will not both harbour love and majesty? Put off that fear. They are already joined. No person, place, or time, or circumstance shall slack my love's affections from his bent. As now you are, so shall you still persist, removeless from the favours of your king.
We know that noble minds change not their thoughts for wearing of a crown.
I tell thee, Muzaroon, we will be friends. And now, our solemn rites of coronation done, what now remains but for a while to feast and spend some days in barriers, tourney, tilt, and like disports such as do fit the court. Let's go, my lords. Our dinner stays for us.
My lord Cardinal, tell me, how likes your grace my son's pleasantness? His mind, you see, runs on his minions, and all his heaven is to delight himself. And whilst he sleeps securely thus in ease, thy brother Guise and we may now provide to plant ourselves with such authority as not a man may live without our leaves. Then shall the Catholic faith of Rome flourish in France, and none deny the same.
Madam, as in secrecy I was told, my brother Guise hath gathered a power of men, which are, he saith, to kill the Puritans. But 'tis the house of Bourbon that he means. Now, madam, must you insinuate with the king, and tell him that 'tis for his country's good and common profit of religion.
Tush, man, let me alone with him. And if he do deny what I do say, I'll dispatch him with his brother presently. Tush, all shall die unless I have my will. For while she lives, Catherine will be queen.
Go fetch me pen and ink.
I will, madam.
That I may write unto my dearest lord. Sweet Muzaroon, 'tis he that hath my heart, and Guise usurps it 'cause I am his wife. Fain would I find some means to speak with him, but cannot, and therefore am enforced to write.
Madam.
So set it down and leave me to myself. Oh, would to God this quill that here doth write had late been plucked from out fair Cupid's wing, that it might print these lines within his heart.
What, all alone, my love? And writing too? I prithee say to whom thou writest.
To such a one, my lord, as, when she reads my lines, will laugh, I fear me, at their good array.
I pray thee, let me see.
Oh, no, my lord. A woman only must partake the secrets of my heart.
But, madam, I must see. Are these your secrets that no man must know?
Oh, pardon me, my lord.
Thou truthless and unjust, what lines are these? Am I grown old, or is thy lust grown young? Mon Dieu! Were not the fruit within thy womb, of whose increase I set some longing hope, this wrathful hand should strike thee to the heart. Hence, strumpet! Hide thy head for shame, and fly my presence if thou look'st to live! Oh, wicked sex! Perjured and unjust! But, villain, he to whom these lines should go should buy her love even with his dearest blood.
My lords, sith in a quarrel just and right we undertake to manage these our wars against the proud disturbers of the faith, I mean the Guise, the Pope, and the King of Spain, we must with resolute minds resolve to fight in honour of our God and country's good. Spain is the council chamber of the Pope. Spain is the place where he makes peace and war, and Guise for Spain have now incensed the king to send his power to meet us in the field. How now, sirrah? What news?
A mighty army comes from France with speed, which are already mustered in the land, and mean to meet your highness in the field.
In God's name let them come. This is the Guise that hath incensed the king to levy arms and make these civil broils. So he be safe, he cares not what becomes of king or country. No, not for them both. But come, my lords, let us away with speed and place ourselves in order for the fight.
My sweet Joyeux, I make thee general of all my army, now in readiness to march against the rebellious King Navarre.
Thanks to your majesty. And so I take my leave. Farewell to my lord of Guise and Epernun.
Health and hearty farewell to my lord Joyeux.
So kindly, cousin of Guise, you and your wife do both salute our lovely minions. Remember you the letter, gentle sir, which your wife writ? To my dear minion and her chosen friend.
How now, my lord? Faith, this is more than need. Am I thus to be jested at and scorned? 'Tis more than kingly or imperious. And sure, if all the proudest kings in Christendom should bear me such derision, they should know how I scorned them and their mocks. I love your minions. Dote on them yourself. And here, by all the saints in heaven, I swear, that villain for whom I bear this deep disgrace shall buy that strumpet's favour with his blood, whether he hath dishonoured me or no.
Believe me, this jest bites sore. How now, Mougeroun, metst thou not the Guise at the door?
Not I, my lord. What if I had?
Marry, if thou hadst, thou mightst have had the stab, for he hath solemnly sworn thy death.
I may be stabbed and live till he be dead. But wherefore bears he me such deadly hate?
Because his wife bears thee such kindly love.
If that be all, the next time that I meet her, I'll make her shake off love with her heels. But which way is he gone? I'll go take a walk on purpose from the court to meet with him.
I like not this. I'll seek the Duke and make them friends.
The Duke of Joyeux is slain.
The Duke is slain, and all his power dispersed, and we are graced with wreaths of victory. How many noblemen have lost their lives in prosecution of these cruel arms is ruth and almost death to call to mind. But God, we know, will always put them down that lift themselves against the perfect truth, which I'll maintain so long as life doth last, and with the Queen of England join my force to beat the papal monarch from our lands.
Sir, to you, sir, that dares make the Duke a cuckold.
Sir, to you, sir, that dares make the Duke a cuckold and use a counterfeit key to his privy chamber door. And although you take out nothing but your own, yet you put in that which displeaseth him, and so forestall his market, and set up your standing where you should not. Yet I mean to keep you out, which I will, if this gear hold.
Now, sir, what want you here?
What, you come so soon? Have at ye, sir!
Lie there the king's delight and Guise's scorn. Revenge it, Henry, as thou list or dare. I did it only in despite of thee.
My lord of Guise, we understand that you have gathered a power of men. What your intent is, yet we cannot learn, but we presume it is not for our good.
Why, I am no traitor to the crown of France. What I have done, 'tis for the gospel's sake.
Nay, for the Pope's sake and thine own benefit. What peer in France but thou, aspiring Guise, durst be in arms without the king's consent? I challenge thee for treason in the cause.
Ah, base Epernoon. Were not his highness here, thou shouldst perceive the Duke of Guise is moved.
Be patient, Guise, and fret not, Epernoon, lest thou perceive the King of France be moved.
Why? I am a prince of the Valois line, therefore an enemy to the Bourbonites. I am a juror in the Holy League, and therefore hated of the Protestants. What should I do but stand upon my guard, and being able, I'll keep an host in pay?
Thou able to maintain an host in pay that lives by foreign exhibition. The Pope and King of Spain are thy good friends, else all France knows how poor a duke thou art.
Aye, those are they that feed him with their gold to countermand our will and check our friends.
My lord, to speak more plainly, thus it is. Being animated by religious zeal, I mean to muster all the power I can to overthrow those factious Puritans. And know, my lord, the Pope will sell his triple crown, aye, and the Catholic Philip, King of Spain, ere I shall want, will cause his Indians to rip the golden bowels of America. Your highness needs not fear mine army's force. 'Tis for your safety and your enemy's wreck.
Guise, wear our crown, and be thou King of France, and, as dictator, make or war or peace, whilst I cry plack it like a senator. I cannot brook thy haughty insolence. Dismiss thy camp, or else by our edict be thou proclaimed a traitor throughout France.
I must dissemble. My lord, in token of my true humility and simple meaning to your majesty, I kiss your grace's hand and take my leave, intending to dislodge my camp with speed.
Then farewell, Guise. The king and thou are friends.
But trust him not, my lord, for had your highness seen with what a pomp he entered Paris, and how the citizens with gifts and shows did entertain him, and promised to be at his command. Nay, they feared not to speak in the streets that the Guise does stand in arms against the king for not effecting of his holiness' will.
Did they of Paris entertain him so? Then means he present treason to our state.
My lord, I think for safety of your royal person, it would be good the Guise were made away, and so to quit your grace of all suspect.
And Epernoon, though I seem mild and calm, think not but I am tragical within. For now that Paris takes the Guise's part, here is no staying for the King of France, unless he mean to be betrayed and die. But as I live, so sure the Guise shall die.
My lord, I am advertised from France that the Guise hath taken arms against the king, and that Paris is revolted from his grace.
Then hath your grace fit opportunity to show your love unto the King of France, offering him aid against his enemies, which cannot but be thankfully received.
Barthas, it shall be so. Post, then, to France, and there salute his highness in our name. Assure him all the aid we can provide against the Guisians and their complices. Blessé, go muster up our men with speed, and let them march away to France amain, for we must aid the king against the Guise.
I go, my lord.
That wicked Guise, I fear me much, will be the ruin of that famous realm of France, for his aspiring thoughts aim at the crown. Takes his vantage on religion to plant the Pope and Popelings in the realm and bind it wholly to the see of Rome. But if that God do prosper mine attempts and send us safely to arrive in France, we'll beat him back and drive him to his death.
Come on, sirs. What? Are you resolutely bent, hating the life and honour of the Guise? What? Will you not fear when you see him come?
Fear him, said you. Taj, were he here, we would kill him presently.
Oh, that his heart were leaping in my hand.
But when will he come, that we may murder him?
Well then, I see you are resolute.
Let us alone, I warrant you.
Then, sirs, Take your standings within that chamber, for anon the Guise will come.
You will
give us
our money.
Aye, fear not. Stand close. So, be resolute. Come, proud Guise, and here disgorge thy breast, surcharged with surfeit of ambitious thoughts.
Ah, varlet, hey! Eponum, where is the king?
Mounted his royal cabinet.
I prithee, tell him that the Guise is here.
And please your grace, the Duke of Guise doth crave access unto your highness.
Let him come in. Come, Guise, and see thy traitorous guile outreached, and perish in the pit thou madest for me.
Good morrow to your majesty.
Good morrow to my loving cousin of Guise. How fares it this morning with your excellence?
I heard your majesty was scarcely pleased that in the court I bear so great a train.
They were to blame that said I was displeased, and you, good cousin, to imagine it. 'Twere hard with me if I should doubt my kin, or be suspicious of my dearest friends. Cousin, assure you I am resolute, whatsoever any whisper in mine ears, not to suspect disloyalty in thee. And so, sweet cousin, farewell.
So, now sues the king for favour to the Guise, and all his minions stoop when I command. Why, this 'tis to have an army in the field. Now, by the holy sacrament I swear, as ancient Romans o'er their captive lords, so will I triumph o'er this wanton king, and he shall follow my proud chariot's wheels. Now do I begin to look about, and all my former time was spent in vain. Hold, sword, for in thee is the Duke of Guise's hope. Villain, why dost thou look so ghastly? Speak.
Oh, pardon me, my lord of Guise.
Pardon thee, why? What hast thou done?
Oh, my lord, I am one of them that is sent to murder you.
To murder me, villain?
Aye, my lord. The rest have ta'en their standing in the next room. Therefore, good my lord, go not forth.
Yet Caesar shall go forth. Let mean conceits and baser men fear death. Tut, they are peasants, I am Duke of Guise, and princes with their looks engender fear.
Stand close.
He's coming.
As pale as ashes. Nay then, it is time to look about.
Down with him! Down with him!
I have my death's wound. Give me leave to speak.
Then pray to God
and ask forgiveness of the king.
Trouble me not. I ne'er offended him, nor will I ask forgiveness of the king. Oh, that I have not power to stay my life, nor immortality to be revenged. To die by peasants, what a grief is this! Pope, excommunicate, Philip, depose the wicked branch of cursed Valois line. Vive la messe, perish Huguenots! Thus Caesar did go forth, and thus he died.
I'll go call the king. But see where he comes. My lord, see where the Guise is slain.
This sweet sight is physic to my soul. Go fetch his son for to behold his death. Surcharged with guilt, 1,000 massacres sink away to hell. And in remembrance of those bloody broils to which thou didst allure me, being alive, and here, in presence of you all, I swear I ne'er was king of France until this hour. This is the traitor that hath spent my gold in making foreign wars and civil broils. Did he not cause the King of Spain's huge fleet to threaten England and to menace me?
Hath he not made me in the Pope's defence to spend the treasure that should strengthen my land in civil broils between Navarre and me? Tush! To be short, he meant to make me monk, or else to murder me and so be king. Let Christian princes that shall hear of this, as all the world shall know our Guise is dead, rest satisfied with this, that here I swear, ne'er was there king of France so yoked as I.
My lord, here is his son.
Boy, look where your father lies.
My father slain. Who hath done this deed?
Sirrah, 'twas I that slew him, and will slay thee too, and thou prove such a traitor.
Art thou king, and hast done this bloody deed? I'll be revenged!
Away to prison with him! I'll clip his wings, or ere he pass my hands. Away with him! And what availeth that this traitor's dead, when Duke Dumaine his brother is alive,
and that young cardinal that is grown so proud? Go to the governor of Orleans, and will him, in my name, to kill the duke.
Sir.
Get you away, and strangle the cardinal.
Sir.
These two will make one entire Duke of Guise, especially with our old mother's help.
My lord, see where she comes, as if she drooped to hear these news.
And let her droop. My heart is light enough.
Mother, how like you this device of mine? I slew the Guise because I would be king.
King! Wow, so thou wert before. Pray God thou be a king, now this is done.
Nay, he was king and countermanded me, but now I will be king and rule myself and make the Guisians stoop that are alive.
I cannot speak for grief. When thou wast born, I would that I had murdered thee, my son. My son! Thou art a changeling, not my son. I curse thee and exclaim thee miscreant, traitor to God and to the realm of France.
Cry out, exclaim, howl till thy throat be hoarse. The Guise is slain, and I rejoice therefore. Now will I to arms. Come, Eponine, and let her grieve her heart out, if she will.
Away! Leave me alone to meditate. Sweet Guise, would he had died so thou wert here. To whom shall I bewray my secrets now? Or who will help to build religion? The Protestants will glory and insult. Wicked Navarre will get the crown of France. The popedom cannot stand. All goes to wreck, and all for thee, my Guise. What may I do? But sorrow seize upon my toiling soul. For since the Guise is dead, I will not live.
Murder me not. I am a cardinal.
Wert thou the Pope, thou mightst not scape from us.
What? Will you file your hands with churchman's blood?
Shed your blood? Oh, Lord, no, for we intend to strangle you.
Then there is no remedy, but I must die.
No remedy. Therefore prepare yourself.
Yet lives my brother Duke Dumaine, and many more, to revenge our death upon that cursed king, upon whose heart may all the Furies grip, and with their paws drench his black soul in hell.
Yours, my Lord Cardinal, you should have said. So, pluck 'em in.
He is hard-hearted.
Therefore pull with violence. Come, take him away.
My noble brother murdered by the king. Oh, what may I do for to revenge thy death? Sweet Duke of Guise, our prop to lean upon. Now thou art dead, here is no stay for us. I am thy brother, and I'll revenge thy death, and root Valois his line from forth of France, and beat proud Bourbon to his native home, that basely seeks to join with such a king, whose murderous thoughts will be his overthrow.
My lord, I come to bring you news that your brother the cardinal, by the king's consent, is lately strangled to death.
My brother cardinal slain and I alive? Oh, words of power to kill 1,000 men! Come, let us away and levy men. 'Tis war that must assuage this tyrant's pride.
My lord, hear me but speak. I am a friar of the Order of the Jacobins, that for my conscience' sake will kill the king.
Friar, come with me. We will go talk more of this within.
Brother of Navarre, I sorrow much that ever I was proved your enemy. I vow, as I am lawful King of France, to recompense your reconciled love with all the honours and affections that ever I vouchsafed my dearest friends.
It is enough if that Navarre may be esteemed faithful to the King of France, whose service he may still command till death.
Thanks to my kingly brother of Navarre.
An it please your majesty, I am a friar of the Order of the Jacobins, sent from the President of Paris, that craves access unto your grace.
You may come in.
I like not this friar's look. 'Twere not amiss, my lord, if he was searched.
Sweet Eponine, our friars are holy men, and will not offer violence to their king for all the wealth and treasure of the world. Friar, thou dost acknowledge me thy king?
I, my good lord, and will die therein.
Then come thou near, and tell what news thou bringst.
My lord, the President of Paris greets your grace, and sends his duty by these speedy lines, humbly craving your gracious reply.
I'll read them, friar, and then I'll answer thee.
Sancte Jacobi, now have mercy upon me!
What is it? So?
Ah! Oh, my lord, let him live a while.
No! Let the villain die and feel in hell just torments for his treachery.
What? Is your highness hurt?
Yes.
Navarre, but not to death, I hope.
God shield your grace from such a sudden death. Go call a surgeon here the straight.
Take hence that damned villain from my sight.
Had your highness let him live, we might have punished him to his deserts.
Go call the English agent hither straight. I'll send my sister England news of this, and give her warning of her treacherous foes.
Pleases your grace to let the surgeons search your wound.
The wound, I warrant ye, is deep, my lord. Search, surgeon, and resolve me what thou seest.
My lord.
Agent for England, send thy mistress word what this detested Jacobin hath done. Tell her, for all this, that I hope to live, which if I do, the papal monarch goes to wreck, and the anti-Christian kingdom falls. These bloody hands shall tear his triple crown, and fire accursed Rome about his ears. Navarre, give me thy hand. I here do swear to ruinate that wicked church of Rome, that hatcheth up such bloody practices. And here protest eternal love to thee, and to the Queen of England especially, whom God hath blessed for hating papistry.
These words revive my thoughts and comfort me to see your highness in this virtuous mind.
Tell me, surgeon, shall I live?
Alas, my lord, the wound is dangerous, for you are stricken with a poisoned knife.
Tell me, surgeon, and flatter not, may I live?
Alas, my lord, your highness cannot live.
Surgeon, why sayest thou so? The king may live.
Oh, no, never. Thou must be king of France.
Long may you live, and still be king of France.
Or else die Epernoon.
Sweet Epernoon, thy king must die. My lords, fight in the quarrel of this valiant prince, for he's your lawful king and my next heir. Valois' line ends in my tragedy. Now let the house of Bourbon wear the crown, and may it ne'er end in blood as mine hath done. Weep not, sweet Navarre, but revenge my death. Fire Paris, where these treacherous rebels lurk. I die, Navarre. Come, bear me to my sepulchre. Salute the Queen of England in my name, and tell her Henry dies her faithful friend.
Come, lords, take up the body of the king, that we may see it honourably interred. And then I vow so to revenge his death as Rome, and all those popish prelates there, shall curse the time that ere Navarre was king, and ruled in France by Henry's fatal death.
That was The Massacre at Paris by Christopher Marlowe. It starred John Webb as Charles I and the surgeon, Timothy Walker as Anjou, later Henry III, and Jeremy Blake as the Duke of Guise. Queen Catherine was played by Sally Dexter, Navarre, later Henry IV, by Ben Thomas, Margaret and the Duchess of Guise by Teresa Gallagher, and Condé, Mougeron, and the son of Guise by Andrew Wincott. The apothecary, Duman, and Joyeux were all played by Matthew Sim, the Admiral, Saroun, and Pleshy by Philip Anthony, Gonzago, Lorraine, and Epernon by Ian Shaw, Retz and the Cardinal by David Thorpe, and the Old Queen and Saroun's Wife by Diana Payan. It was directed by Alan Drury and Michael Early.